Hello and welcome to Social Security Today. I am your host, Jeffrey Rodriguez, and we're um, continuing to do our part in social distancing, and our offices may be closed to the public in person, but we're still accessible, such as I am this way virtually as well. Our offices are available for all those who are in need. You can call and we are answering. And if you need to find out what your local office number is, you can always look on our webpage and go into the locate an office, and that local office number will pop up and you can contact us. So we are still able to service you that way. And let's go ahead and walk through a first couple things I always share when we're taking a look at the um, in regards to Social Security, way that you can connect with us, and that is by means of our website. In referencing our website, it's a fantastic website. I always let people know I probably use this more than I use our external website, so I would strongly recommend that you go on and take a look at our website, utilize it to your advantage as far as getting that base information, that foundational information, and then reach out to our office. And again, if you pull up, you'll see on there how you can locate an office. And again, you can call us directly. And then once our offices are open, not only will I try to help get that word out, but I'm sure that you'll also hear it via news or other means, even through Laguna Woods TV. The news there station will keep everybody informed. So please do use our website as well as the My Social Security account. Once you go in and set up the My Social Security account, that is so that you can have the advantage of looking at your own information, setting up and utilizing that will be to your advantage. That way you're looking at your record, your information, and being able to follow along in that way. So I would strongly recommend that if you're uh, able to set that up. If you have any issues, unfortunately, there's because if you can't identify yourself via the online method, and we can't physically see you right now, there may not be a way to set that up, unfortunately. But if you are, then you'll be able to see it. You just have to log in every 6 months so that you don't lose that access. Otherwise, we lock you out, and that's for your own privacy. Now, once you set up the My Social Security account, you can see there is much that you're able to do in regards to looking at your own information. You're able to take a look at, really everything that you used to. If you take a look at the right side there, you can see what the old statements used to look like. Most people would look at the estimated amount, how much your benefits are going to be, and then some people would use the earnings record correctly, which is to verify that that was the amount that you were eligible to. Um, but if you're using the current My Social Security account method, what you're able to see is that same information and so much more, because it's the way of you looking at current information. It's everything that's on your record at that time. So it's definitely, I would say the preferred way of taking a look at that and being able to determine, your benefits and what you have. Now, as we move forward, if you're using your My Social Security account, there may come a time where you have different questions, different things. Again, use the website. And then if you have further questions, more detailed, complex, that's where I would suggest that, you would go online, or rather call and talk to someone in the office to get really that detailed And sometimes there's a little bit more complex situations that happen. And so I would definitely encourage that. And walking through just a few things that I think are super important at these times as we take a look at Social Security, as we consider, as we're kind of mentioning right now with the online services. And as I mentioned at the front, unfortunately, because of the current COVID crisis that we're facing, with the inability for us to open our doors safely, not only just our own employee safety, but we're also looking at the public safety and others that are there. And so at this time, we do remain closed to the public. And if that question comes up, well, then how can I get help from Social Security without visiting an office? Because usually that would be the primary way that people would try to, um, you know, um, regain or gain access to their information. Well, when you're looking at, as I mentioned, if you go in and you set up the My Social Security account, well, you have all of that information there. And it not only serves, when you're talking about the My Social Security account, it not only serves as the estimate and things prior to benefits, but really it's many other things. Post entitlement, once you're receiving benefits, this becomes a way that you can access your record information, meaning if you have to potentially maybe change your address, change your phone number that's on there, change a bank account, if you have to print out for some reason, say that you're doing some type of business that you are required to, in order to show proof of the benefits that you have, you don't have to contact us. You can do it right through the online, your My Social Security account, as well as when we say, different services, and when we talk about the online services, once you go on, there are so many other online services that are available. One of our newest, and when I say newest, I'm talking about just yesterday, we released the ability for someone to go on and for the Medicare to be able to file what was called a special enrollment period, meaning if you had been working past the age of 65, and so you didn't take advantage of and didn't require to file for Medicare Part B because you had coverage through your employer. Well, the new method of online for Medicare now allows you to go ahead and file that claim and to provide the proof for the special enrollment period. And that's something that is, like I said, extremely new, which we added in result because of COVID. We rapidly had certain things that we've been working on. We were able to put this out into the public. And so it's online services such as that. There's so many things that you can do with the online services that you really don't have to come into a Social Security office. And I think many times we just assume that you have to go into an office to take care of business. And our message or part of the message today that I really want to drive home for everybody is it's I used to say, why do you want to waste gas? Why do you want to take your time to go into an office? Well, now I'm going to say, why would you want to expose yourself to potentially health issues with this current crisis, the virus that we're talking about that is keeping us all at home and being safe? So if that's the case, why would you want to expose yourself or potentially expose yourself if you don't have to? And so now we have this method where an additional service, but like I said, there are so many other services, and I would highly recommend that you go online and first attempt. Are you able to take care of whatever Social Security business actions that are required or that you need or are trying to do? I would definitely say try those first online. is there this method? Because as I just stated, we recently added this new feature, and there are so many other types of things like that that maybe a year ago or 6 months ago you had tried to do something and it wasn't available, or um, someone had mentioned to you, you were speaking with maybe friends or family, and they said, oh, you can't do that online, you're going to have to go into the office, and now that they're closed, you'll never take care of that business and it's going to set you back. Well, that's not necessarily the truth. It could be that we have now provided that means, we have opened up this different avenue for you to be able to conduct that business. So please do check, and if you're maybe in question of something or unsure of something, even though you see that you can do it online and you have those questions, at the end of today, as I do in all the programs, I always will provide a way that you can contact me and send any questions that you have. And if need be, if you want to email me and you have a question, I can try to help you answer it there if you're not getting the answer that you need. As well as, if you're, it's something maybe very general, it's more on the advocacy side, trying to find out information about something. And for whatever reason, you just want to reach out to me. I do make myself accessible in that way. So please send me an email and let me know, because we do want to service. We do want to provide the service that you need. And we understand that right now it's such a difficult time, and so many different services across the board, governments, local government, county, state, as well as federal. We know that there's all this limited access, and so we definitely want to provide whatever we can and help you in getting done those things that you're finding difficult, and we'll help you out. So, but I would always say, and what I ask people before you reach out, even before you call an office, please go online and look at the information, attempt to see if you can conduct that business online, and if not, then it's the right time to reach out to your office or to send me a question. As I said, too often what we find is that people don't really look up the information or kind of do the background first, and so what happens is the questions that you'll pose are very basic in nature. And so you're going to reach out and take some time. You might be stuck in a queue waiting to speak to a representative. You finally get through after, it could be a 30-minute, a 45-minute wait. If you're calling our 1-800 number, our national number, it could be 2 hours, 3 hours. You get through and you just ask these very basic questions, and then you hang up and you're thinking about it more. And although you had those questions answered, you now start to think about some more complex questions. And so now you're going to have to try to reach out again and go through that whole process. And that's why I say, start with the website, start with those foundational questions and information, our FAQs, all of those, and then you're ready to reach out to us. Now, a couple things that do happen along the way, because when we've entered this whole world that's connected now virtually through online, although there's some great services just like this that we're able to do and say you can access, and you can go on and file your retirement claim, you can file a Medicare claim, you can file a disability claim, you can print out your own benefit record from your own my Social Security account, all these different things that you can do, online services. But what we also realize is that we're in an age where, unfortunately, not everybody is an honest person. There are many people, individuals, entities, groups of people that take advantage, I guess would be the correct word, take advantage of people looking for information. And, we have to be so careful when whether we're getting a phone call, which seems to be one of the more prevalent right now, as people reach out. And I can't even begin to tell you how many cases I've heard, situations where people have fallen under, um, this deceit from someone calling and posing themselves, and it sounds official, and they're stating, and the number they've learned now how electronically to make the number look like a number from an organization, even Social Security, that it's coming from us when it's not. And they reach out, and they contact these people, and they're so deceitful and so believable, and good at what they do and doing harm, that people give in, and they give them their information. They become frightened. Oh no, I don't want my Social Security to stop. Please make sure that I'm still going to receive my benefits, because we understand people, you budget your living expenses on that, and you are expecting that your Medicare is connected. And so if someone makes you believe that your Social Security or your Medicare is going to close down, and we're going to, that's going to happen if you don't take action, a lot of people will fall into that trap. And so, please do keep in mind that, this month, as we look at June with the World Elder Abuse Awareness Month, and so many great organizations out there around us, the Council on Aging, the um, through government, through the county, the Office of Aging, the Social Security, what I do. We're all trying to make sure that you're getting the right message. And so, if anyone does try to call you and state that they're from Social Security, chances are, unless you reached out and said, "Call me," or you have filed a claim recently and there was some question as to that claim, um, that's the only reason we're really going to reach out to you. We don't call people just because there's an issue on the record. Everything is done by mail. So if you get that phone call that says your Social Security is going to be canceled, and it's going to close out, those aren't even the right terms. These aren't even things that we would do or say. And so what we would send you is a letter, and if we're having trouble when we send out one or two letters and you're not responding, we will then send a letter that says, look, we're going to suspend your file until you reach out to us. But that still requires you to call us. We're not calling you normally until we've made that contact, or we're going to let you know that we're going to call you. So if you get a call from Social Security, please do me a favor. Just hang up on that person. Report it to oig.ssa.gov, which is our Office of Inspector General, which is the law enforcement branch of Social Security. We are not a law enforcement agency. We can't take any type of actions in that way. We require call upon Office of Inspector General to do that for us. And so that would be the appropriate place to go on to oig.ssa.gov. You can also access it through our website and report the scam. Not only that, which is just good practice, if someone, not just a Social Security scam, any type of scam, anytime you get a call from someone and they're making claims that they need money right away, that you have to send money because there's an action going to happen, or send us a gift card and give us the numbers because you have to pay this or that. That is not how we do business. Is not how a lot of especially government agencies, we don't do that. We don't threaten in that way. Not IRS. I've had the IRS representative on the shows with me before, and that's not what they do either. And so I would say, tell family members, let others know that someone had reached out to you, so that they can reinforce and say, hey, look, that's a scam. Don't believe it. And you call Social Security. If someone has called you, tell them just hang up. And if you still have a doubt, then look up on the locator, call your local office and say, I got this call. I just want to verify, and you're calling us. and don't use a number that they give you. If they send an email or on a message, they give you a number to call. Don't call that number. Call our national 1-800 number, 1-800-772-1213. Or, as I said, look up on the local office through our office locator, and that way you're calling and you know that you're calling Social Security, and you can report that, and then they'll give you the steps. And part of that is they're going to ask you, if it's truly not that we were reaching out to you for some reason, they are going to let you know that they would like you to report it to the Office of Inspector General. So, please do that for us, in making sure that you help us to identify some of those things that are going on, some of those people that are out there, doing these types of things. We definitely want to capture. We definitely want to try to make sure that we're able to stop these people from performing these type of scams. And so, that message will always continue to go out to you all. The other thing here, as I said earlier, if you have something that you want to ask a question, you pose a question to me, something that maybe you just would like me to help you with when it comes to Social Security, I offer myself back up to you, my services to you all, because I want to make sure that you're understanding our program, Social Security. If it's information, I won't get in the middle of an operational, action, but I can help you understand maybe why that action is taking place, or if you're having an issue, please feel free to let me know, and I'll help you best I can. But I don't take I won't do work on a claim. I'm not going to override an action that an office representative has taken. I'm here to support you, to help you understand, and really that's my direction there. So, but I would definitely, help you best that I could. So please reach out to me, whether it's via email. Very easy. My name, Jeffrey.Rodriguez@ssa.gov. Or you can send me mail. And even now, the mail that's coming in is scanned in, and they would forward and let me know that a letter is received, and whatever information that, and my reaction to it, to be able to respond to it. So you can send it, and the address there at 1851 East 1st Street, Suite 500 in Santa Ana, 92705, is our Santa Ana office, and that's where my office is located. And so the mail would be directed through there. And just put attention to me, Social Security Administration, attention Jeffrey, and I will get that email or mail. Obviously, email would be much quicker, so it doesn't have to go through so many hands. So I'll start to, as we start to close up today, and wrap up the thoughts for today and the things that I've been sharing with you. I just want to close out with 5 top ways that you can stay informed when we're talking about various Social Security information, just updates. And I would say right now is such a crucial time, because you can't go into an office and representative help you there if you have some inquiries or you're unsure about something. And that's usually what people do, is if they have a question, or they're stuck with something or unsure, they just walk into the office and take the time to come in and see us and ask those questions. Well, since you're unable to do that, let me share these ways as I close or wrap up, how you can keep informed. The first is obviously our SSA News, what we call Social Security Matters. It's a blog that you can go on and sign up on our website. As you sign up for it, then we will send out these emails of information that is important for you to know. Again, any updates, any new processes that you would have to know, anything about program changes. I've signed up for this, and I get those on my personal email so that I can review and be aware of, what's going on around me, what we're also informing the public of, so that I make sure I don't miss something. And then there's those that just like to do some of the social media. Facebook is an excellent way just to get a quick hit on different information, and those will have links that can take you back to further information if you want. The Social Security Matters, the first one there, would already kind of have a little bit more in depth, as well as some links to take you back to some more program information or things that they want you to be informed of. Whereas Facebook's kind of the easy, quick hit, and you can just have it come into your feed if you use Facebook. If you go in and follow, then you'll see some of those that information. The other would be YouTube. There's some great videos on there, and we've encouraged and asking our Office of Communications to continue to produce new videos and updated videos so that you can have maybe that easier access of something, since a lot of the in-person presentations now will be limited, and we don't even know what that'll really look like in the future. The videos are going to be very important. Again, another social media with Twitter, if you like to just kind of get that information, or Instagram, whatever method. These are all excellent ways just to get that base information, those basic changes and updates, and just information officially from us, rather than relying on what others are saying about us. Why don't you receive and take a look at what we're saying about ourselves in response to program rule changes and information? And so that would be my recommendation, is to use one or multiple of these ways to receive that information again. And I would say kind of coupled with just going onto our website every once in a while, read the information and the highlights that are there, and that will help you keep informed. And of course, through viewing this program, and as I go through the information, that'll always help you keep informed on what's going on. And so as we come to a close today, I appreciate your time. I hope that this has helped at least keep you informed and touch on some of those different areas that maybe you have heard or considered, or just to keep you safe from scams. And so please be safe, take care of yourselves. And as I say always, God bless America, but especially Laguna Woods Village. So thank you for your time today.